Hi, I want to share with you a little bit about boomerangs and the many ways you can use them. It's one of the most versatile things we have in our entire line, and it's probably one of our classic toys that has been in the line forever. There's a reason for it too, because you can, like I said, use it so many different ways. Um, First thing, here's what they look like. So a big chain of them. You get actually 24 of them in a package. Um, Now you can also buy them in a what they call boomerang activity set, which is going to be a box that contains 30 of the links, and then activity cards, all kinds of different patterning, where you can work on like patterning by colors and by direction, patterning by hooking them together, making chains of them, and work on their fine motor skills. Those are usually for like our kids that are 3 and up, but I oftentimes sell that set to people who are using them for our baby uses because they'll grow into the activity cards. And like I said, you get 30 of them, of the links in the boomerang activity set, whereas in the boomerangs package, you're going to get 24 of them. The links themselves are going to hold up to 24 pounds. They look like this. And they're made out of a special plastic where actually you can turn them all the way around. They're not going to break or snap, and then they'll come right back. It's like a memory kind of a plastic. The links themselves, I've used so many different ways. To start with, you can, let me see if I can get you a chain here. You can just take like 4 of them and give you an example here. Link them on, take 1 of them in the center, and then link 3 of them hanging from it, and that's a good beginning baby rattle. The babies can hold on to them so easy at an early age, and then this just provides them enough of a sound rattle to get some cause and effect going on. But I also hooked these links onto any individual toys that my little ones had because it was so easy for them to hold on to this. Even if they couldn't hold on the entire toy, they could hold on to this, and it just made it easier. Even like their pacifiers and such, you can do that with. Then I've used them to make, let me show you here. We would hang just a link of these across the car seat or across the car. If you've got any kind of an activity center, you can hang these across the activity center and then just hang some of the links down from that chain. And then you can hook the toys onto the bottom of the chains that are hanging down. And you can change out your activity center then so it's something different all the time. The other thing I liked in regards to that is I've seen a lot of things where they hang onto the car seat handles, but oftentimes they're way up here where the little ones are looking up and they can see what's up there on that handle, but they can't reach it. So with these, you can actually bring the chain down and bring the toy farther down so the little ones can really grasp on it at an earlier age. And then as the kids get older, just make the chain shorter. So it gives them more of an incentive to reach up and grasp for it. You can hook these onto the original use, and the way most people use them is to hook them onto your car seat, your grocery cart, any kind of a carrier you've got, so that when you're out and about, your kids won't lose their toys or their pacifiers. If they drop that favorite teether in the grocery store, you don't have to be chasing down the aisles trying to find where that teether is. It's going to be just right attached to that link. Also helps when you're going through this stage, like in the high chair where it's the dropsies, where they drop it and you pick it up, and they drop it and you pick it up, and they're almost playing with you to see how many times can they drop it and you can pick it up. Well, this way, if you attach the links to whatever it is that they're dropping, they can have control of it and they can bring it up themselves. You don't have to keep playing fetch. So that's another use for it. I have used them to baby-proof a room. So if, like cabinets, if you go in and don't want to have a permanently child-proofed kitchen, shall we say, or the bathroom, you can just hook these onto the cabinet knobs, and that way the baby can't open up the cabinet. They're linked together. But yet, when the baby leaves, you can just unhook the boomerang links, and your cabinet's not always doesn't have to have the baby locks on it all the time. That's really helpful for grandpas. The other thing I've used these for is to make popsicles. Just take a link and put it in a popsicle, like an ice cube tray. And if you're putting frozen fruit juice and such in the ice cube tray, you can just put the link in there, and that way when it freezes, the link is your handle. And I would say don't use the green ones if you're going to be using the popsicles outside because of the grass. They'll disappear in the grass, but definitely use the colored ones, and you're safe that way with the little ones. It's easier for them to hold on to than a stick, and you also don't have to worry about them falling and choking themselves or anything like that because they're not a choking hazard. For the older kids, I have used these to teach math, in that you can do things like, let me give you a couple examples here. Alrighty, if I have a chain of 3 and I have a chain of 2, which one is bigger? Which number is bigger, 3 or 2? And the kids can visually see. Now, if I have 3 and I want to add 2 to it, how many am I going to have? And they can count the links and they can see that there's a chain of 5 of them. Works for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all those concepts. If you can teach them with a manipulative like this, it's going to be so much easier for the kids. And let me see if I'm forgetting any of them. Oh, one of my friends, actually, you can use them for patterning as well. So like if you're teaching patterning, you can do something simple like, I've got green, yellow, green, what comes next? Or you can do like anytime your kids are learning the patterns, like AB pattern or AAB pattern, you can example that with the boomerang links. But I had one of my friends who used these in the kitchen or the bathroom actually, and hooked them onto all the cabinet knobs. Her kids did, and then they linked them into one giant chain, and they pulled the chain, and all the cabinet doors opened up. That child later grew up to be an engineer. And finally, one other way, these will hold up to 24 pounds, so they don't break and snap. But I've had customers of mine hang bird cages by them, and one of my customers uses them with her parrots because she said that they don't break for the parrots. So, they're not. They've got the lifetime guarantee with the kids, but not with the animals. Just have to give that disclaimer there. So if you've got a favorite way to use boomerangs, and maybe one that I haven't even thought of or mentioned here, please go ahead and put it in the comments. Put your favorite idea, or if one of those ideas really spoke to you and you go, oh, that's a great idea, I want to try that with my kids, please put it in the comments below. I'd love for us to share and see what's really important for you guys. So thanks so much, Boomerangs. Take care.